Hello guys, here's aceleistung who's back to show you another Zelda top 10, but this time with their best bosses. Of course, I still took them from Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, The Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Phantom Hourglass, Spirit Tracks, and Skyward Sword, based on my opinion as usual, and on my personal experience from the game. So let's start this off. On last place is Demon Train from Spirit Tracks. To be honest, I didn't quite enjoy the train part of this game, but for the final boss, it was put to good use. I enjoyed the fact I could now do more than put the train at full speed and wait until I get to a certain destination. I had to use my awesome engineering skills to attack an Hourglass train that was shooting bombs and lasers everywhere. Yay! Plus, I had the chance to shoot Ganon's face. How could I dislike this boss? Number 9 is for I Goes to Ikara. Yeah, this guy. If you don't remember him, don't worry, it's normal. He wasn't that important in Majora's Mask quest, and wasn't much of a great boss itself, along with his 2 servant soldiers. No, the thing that moved it as high as to be number 9 is this hilarious Easter egg I found on the internet. I'll let you see with your own eyes. And that, my friends, is why he's one of my favorite bosses. Eight goes to Goth, the mechanical bull or goat. I like this boss mainly because you constantly need to be in movement and focusing on avoiding about 1,000 objects trying to slow you down. This battle never gets old. The fact there is no easy way to get rid of him is also making him more interesting. Well, if there's one, I haven't found it yet. And if there's one, don't tell me please. What I mean by that is that all the other bosses in the game can be defeated very quickly, only by obtaining the Fierce Deity's mask near the end of the game, except for him. On 7th place is more or less a boss itself, but I still come to this one. The Horde battle in Skyward Sword. That was just simply epic. For so long, I've wanted to see a battle this big, and I finally obtained it. Though it was very simple, it delivered what it had to. The lane epicness of seeing so many stupid bokoblins get literally crushed by Link's sword, haha. I was so into it, I felt like I was Link itself and swinging the remote in all possible directions in an attempt to reach Ghirahim as fast as I could to save Zelda. Though I knew very well the speed at which I was beating them wouldn't actually change anything. On 6th place is, from Arbiter's Ground in Twilight Princess, none other than Stallord, the giant dragon-like skeleton. This boss fight was just so different. Those who played many Zelda games know that some battle strategies of different bosses are almost the same. For example, many bosses' weak point is their eye, Gohma from Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker, the Wart from Majora's Mask, Phytops from Spirit Tracks, and don't even start me with those from Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword. Truth is, there are way too many repetitive strategies in Zelda, so having a different one once in a while is quite refreshing. And that's exactly what Stallord is. To start off, you're using a brand new item never seen before, the spinner. And the goal is to escape with it all around Stallord, then effort to pierce his warrior army, to get to his bony body, not to mention you're going fast enough, which I just loved. On his 2nd phase, you're jumping with the spinner from a wall to another in an effort to reach Stallord's head. The complexity of the battle made it memorable to me, and made it worth my 6th place. Halfway on the top 10 is none other than the master of all evil things that exist around the Zelda universe. And no, I'm not talking about Ganondorf, I'm talking about Demise. I enjoyed the character himself. Though being evil, he still has a sense of honor and respects Link for having courage to battle him. The surrounding in which you battle him is amazing, yet pure, a bit in Dark Link's style. The whole atmosphere was incredibly well made, and I really felt as this battle was going to be one hell of a fight. And it did! To be honest, this is the first final boss I had so much trouble beating. Because of some kind of supernatural force, I did manage to beat the final bosses on the first try for all the other games, but for Demise. I ran out of luck, I guess. What I liked most, despite the difficulty level, was how quick you had to think and how little room you had for mistakes. And the fact I did not have a shield did make it more difficult. Yeah, not that I wanted a more challenging experience, but when I broke my shield after like 10 seconds while fighting a Deku Baba, I got pissed and stopped using shield. On place number 4 is the reincarnation of my number 5, Ganondorf from Ocarina of Time. In fact, I liked the battle with Ganondorf, but what I liked the most was the events afterwards, once he's personally died. Running out the exploding castle was amazing, although I didn't like one tiny part of it. And as everybody knows, what comes after a castle crashing like a pancake? Ganon, of course! This battle brings so many memories of my very first battle against Ganon. I felt so badass in my pink pajama in front of my TV, battling the most dangerous villain I have ever known. I felt as if I was saving the day at 7 years old. Most of the reasons why Ganon from Ocarina of Time is this high on my list is because it's one of my favorite gaming moments ever. The lightning striking the earth, Zelda screams when I was falling down on the ground, Ganon's madness, and the music made it one hell of a fight. Now, some of you will probably be mad it's only 4th, but to me, in my opinion, this was not the fight I preferred. We are now entering the top 3, and with that, Puppet Ganon from Wind Waker comes in action. The cutscene right before the battle begins was nice itself. Not that the text Ganon was saying was much of a deal, but the graphics were. I enjoyed that the bed gave Zelda kind of a Sleeping Beauty look. Except in Sleeping Beauty, Ganondorf is not there waiting for the prince to kill him. But yeah, after Ganondorf shows Link his giant puppet, the look on Link's face was priceless. And mine looked a bit like his when I saw the puppet too. It was really scary, especially in first form, where it doesn't look like something in particular, but it's just plain creepy. Then it starts dancing, and so does your boomerang when you're trying to cut off his ropes. This boss needed both fast thinking and accuracy, especially with the last 2 forms. The second form wasn't that tough, only the last time it slams on the floor. Have some focus to get to the right spot in time. On the third and final phase, there is little you have to do, but try to aim for friggin' tail without him hitting you on the way. 3 strategies of the battle, though already used in the past game, once used together for the same boss, were interesting and fun at the same time, and for some reason I felt like the best archer of the world whenever I would hit his tail with my bow.
Yes!
The second, most of you are going to be surprised of this choice, but it's Tentalus from Skyward Sword, only for one reason: the ship sinking. I was scared to death when that happened, so much that I never thought about pressing pause to get a break. For those who don't know, I'm aquaphobic, to a level where even the sight of deep water freaks me out, which means this boss really did scare the shit out of me, more than any ugly boss I've ever fought. Even if I was pissing myself from fear, I still love the unexpected ship sinking. Usually, when you open a room with the boss key, you find him in the same room, but for Tentalus, the producer had this awesome idea. It reminded me of the Hyrule Castle falling apart, except this time you had to go up or you would drown. Sweet. The only thing that made it second and not first on this list was because of this baby face I stumbled on when I finally reached the deck. I'm not going to lie, I was really disappointed. When I saw the size of the giant tentacles coming out of the boat walls, I imagined something incredible. A squid-like creature, possibly. But this body and face just made me think about a bad mix between a Cyclops and Squidward. And here is the first place. I'm sure some of you think this boss is awesome too. Don't try to deny it. To me, Zant was the best in every way possible. The music was perfect. The cutscenes before and after the fight were perfect. Zant itself, as a villain, was incredibly intriguing, and we could finally see him turning crazy because of how awesome Link is. I enjoyed every battle in this dungeon this guy had to offer. It took me a while to understand how to beat him in the first place though, because I never thought a boomerang would be the effective weapon. I enjoyed we could fight in various backgrounds coming from the previous bosses I had fought. The music became different from every phase and also more chaotic. The last battle was clearly crazy. The whole time, I most often turned in circles and prayed to God he would not pop in front of me and knock me down. The battle was very entertaining, just like you had to fight with the clown. The strategy was constantly changing, and I just loved it. On every level, Zant is the boss I preferred among all those I fought in the Zelda series up now. Hopefully you enjoyed my video and thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment if you like and I wouldn't mind thumbs ups as well.